Hello, hello! Welcome to RVR Closet. Today I'm taking a look at the TH8A shifter from Thrustmaster. I think they did a really good job with this shifter. It has some really good features, and one of the greatest things about it is that it can be used as three different things, really. You have the H pattern shifter. You can also, if you check in the software here, if you change the top plate, you can make it to a sequential shifter. Just shift up, down, and shift down, pressing forward. But you can also click this one and use it as an analog handbrake. What you then do is you rotate this top plate here and you use the gate between the gates, and that will work as an analog handbrake. You can see it here. So I think that's a really cool thing that they have, and there you can see the H pattern shifter. Yeah, it's a really cool feature that they have made it this way, so it can be used both as a H pattern sequential shifter and a handbrake. And I also have one extra TH8A here, where I have changed the top plate to the sequential top plate, and I just made a bigger hole here, and I also added a few springs. It's not that much resistance in it, so I just made it a bit more resistance to it with those springs. And I use this for rally cars that drive on the right hand side. One other really great thing with this shifter is the mounting possibilities. You can see this iron table clamp or mount, and you have 3 screws underneath here that you can loosen, and you can spin this around to fit whatever you want to fit it at. If it's your desk, or like me, I just have some angle irons here. And you can spin this around to find the best mounting possibilities, and then you tighten those down again and you just clamp it, and you can rotate the whole, so this could be out in this way, or yeah, in any direction you can mount. And then what you do, you loosen those top plate screws here, and you can spin the whole inside, or the gear shifter around. So whatever angle you have this in, it doesn't matter, you just spin the top plate around with the whole shifter to fit to your mounting angle. Sorry. So yeah, that's also a really good feature, and the mount itself is really sturdy. You can really tighten that down, so it gets really stable. It doesn't. It's a little bit of flex, but it also a bit of flex in my angle irons there. So really good. And also it comes with 2 possibilities. I have it connected to my USB hub on the PC, and that's also a great thing that they added this safety lock on the cord here, so it doesn't come loose. You also get a cable to connect directly to your Thrustmaster wheelbase. So that's also really good that I thought about securing the cable there. Yeah, what can I more say? It's mostly in metal, and then some plastic around here, but yeah, it's a really sturdy construction, and I think this shifter will last a really long time. The price, I feel the price is reasonable for it. I think it's a good price shifter. The tension in it isn't that great. I have this modded with 3-drap mod that makes it feel a lot better. And you have an option, I think it's on this side. It's a hole in the casing down here. I can actually show you on this right there. You have a hole there, and you can take a screwdriver and you tighten that screw in there to make it a bit more tighter in the resistance. But the cons with this is, firstly, the screw that I have inside there isn't of the best quality, so I noticed that it tears down really fast. So I think they should have used an Allen key for this instead. That would have made it a lot better and safer to screw in and out. And with that said, I did mess around a bit with this screw, but I didn't actually get it to feel really great even tightening this down. So as I said, using the 3-drap mod, and that's way better than you can ever make this by itself. You also get this small Allen key, so I can show you here. I'm just wrong one. Sorry, I should see if it's, yeah. You get this Allen key with it, so that you can. I just loosen this a bit quick here to show you when you are mounting it. You see, you can spin the whole thing around. Should loosen a bit more. Like this. So you can, yeah, you can mount it in any angle. So you shouldn't have any trouble to find some place to mount this, because you can mount it to anything, anywhere. So yeah, that's really good. And if you want to use it as a analog brake, handbrake, you just have it down this way. But yeah, as you see, it's not the tension in it isn't that strong, but it is a lot better than using a button for rally when using a handbrake. So yeah, it works, and it's a cool little feature of this shifter. So I think I can you can also just I actually need to have this tightened down. You just screw and unscrew this gear knob. You can change this. You can buy aftermarket gear knobs and put here if you want. This is actually the one I got with the shifter. I just painted the top part here, spray painted it black. But I also, here is how it looks originally, and it's some metal up top and plastic on the down side here, and there is some rubber coating on the under part of it, on the downside part, and feels really smooth on this rubber surface here. So, but yeah, I think this is a pretty nice gear knob, shifter knob. So yeah, I just used this but painted it black. Okay, I will do a short cut here and change up the plate on this to show you. And I haven't actually opened this one. I should do that first. Okay. So this is the sequential shifter plate, and it's a positive thing that you can have it both as a sequential and a H pattern shifter, but it can be a bit, if you change cars a lot, even if it only takes a few minutes to change this, it's getting a bit tedious if you're constantly changing this around. In that sense, the SHH is a lot better when you just spin this around and flick a button. And also Fanatec has also the flick of a button to change between the two. But yeah, a good option, but a bit fiddly, I would say. And how this works is underneath this plate here is a hole, and you see it's a pin sticking out here, and when you put this plate on, that comes into the hole inside here, and that lets the shifter know that you're using the sequential mode on it. And all that's making the sequential shifts here is it's a spring here to do the resistance in the sequential mode of the shifts. So yeah, I will change this quick here, and then we take a look at the sequential mode. Okay, so I have changed the top plate. You can see a bit small plus there and a minus here. So how you shift this is you just pull this back to shift up and pull it down, or press it down forward to shift down. So yeah, I would say that this is both a pro and a con. The pro is that you are able to use it as a sequential, but it's a bit underwhelming to use it as a sequential shifter. I have actually never used it as one. It's the first time, because I already seen reviews of this, and I knew that it wasn't that it wasn't that great as a sequential shifter. So yeah, that's why I have this SHH shifter here. That's far more positive sequential shifter. This one, it doesn't really have, it's only the springs I showed you before that's making the resistance here. Not super much resistance, and it's only the lever meeting the edge of the plastic plate here making the noise. There are no positive click or positive engagement of the sequential shifts. So that's a bit of a shame. They should have made some sort of positive click or engagement to it. So yeah, but this is how it looks and how it works, and let's see. And now you can see here that it have changed in the control panel here to sequential shifting instead. I can also just so yeah, you need it is resistance in it. It's not as easy as the G27 flicking up and down, but no real positive click to it. So yeah, it works. Certainly do work, but yeah, not great. So I will change this back, and I will also do the rubber band test on the H pattern shifter. Okay, so let's do the rubber band test here as well. And I can also do when it's engaged. Yeah, so the three drop mode makes it feel pretty good, actually. It don't have the positive clunk to it as the SHH shifter, but yeah, it's some kind of positive feel to it when it slams into gear, and the 3-drop mod makes the resistance of it pretty nice, both when engaging gear and taking it out, making some more resistance to it than the original. I thought I could actually do an experiment, so I'll be right back. So, I'm now in my real car, a Saab 9.5 Vector, and thought we could do an experiment and compare this to my TH8A shifter. Can also try when it's in gear. Do one more. Yeah, A bit more, of course, a cogging to this one, due to that it has a real gearbox, but yeah, pretty similar in the resistance, both going out of gear and engaging gear. So yeah, okay, back to the TH8A. Okay, so as you saw in the car, a bit more resistance in my real car, obviously, but if I wouldn't do the comparison right away between them, I would say that the feeling in this is pretty close without the extra cogging that you get in a real transmission. The resistance of it isn't that far off, actually, with the 3-drap mod. So yeah, if you have this shifter, I can really advise you to get that mod, because it makes the feeling of the TH8A shifter a lot better. I think it's a really good shifter in a good price, with a lot of mounting possibilities and also different ways to use it, both as a H-pattern, sequential and a handbrake. I think it's nice that they did include this. Yeah, and the build quality is nice. I think it will last a long time. So yeah, thumbs up for the TH8A shifter. Please like and subscribe if you like my videos and want to see more. And I will see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.